Good morning everyone. Thought I'd come back with another vlog because you seem to like the last one, so I thought I'd just carry it on. I'd also like to say it is only, can you see that? I don't know, 8:39 and I am up, showered and dressed. That has never happened since lockdown began, literally never, and I don't even know why, but I just woke up and actually got ready. That's literally the only exciting details I have to update you on. Nothing else has happened since I last saw you all. I have no plans today. Eddie's at work today. He's on night, so he's asleep at the minute. But yeah, I have no plans, but I didn't have plans last time, so it's fine. I don't have anything else to update you on. Just gonna have some breakfast and that's about it. My arm is very numb from holding this camera. Just made myself a cup of tea and a bagel, then remembered because I'm being all organised and up already, I've already brushed my teeth, so now I'm going to have like slightly minty tea and bagel, and I absolutely hate when that happens, but I've already made it now, so it looks like I'm having minty bagel and minty tea for breakfast. I've just been sat playing Animal Crossing for absolutely ages, I think like over an hour, but I've decided I want to do some baking. I'm thinking cookies because if you're in the UK you probably know we're having a bit of a flour shortage. I think everyone wants to bake at the minute, so trying to get flour is impossible, and I've only got plain flour, and a lot of the recipes need self-raising flour, so I found one that I've not done before which is plain flour, so we're going to try that out. And I'm going to prep the dough now because the recipe says it's meant to go in the fridge for 2 hours. I don't really know the science behind why, but I'm going to follow it anyway, so I'm going to make them now, and then obviously in 2 hours I can bake them and see if they turn out well. But yeah, so this is all the ingredients we're using. The only thing I didn't have was chocolate chips, but I think it'll be alright without it, and if I want I can always just be a bit weird and cut up some normal chocolate and chuck it in. But yeah, I will try and remember to leave the link to the recipe down below, so if it does turn out well you guys can give it a go yourselves as well. I'm going to chuck on a podcast as well while I bake, which is something I've been doing quite often, just like listening to a podcast while I cook, or just like as background noise instead of being like on my phone or watching TV. It's just a nice other way of keeping busy. And the one I've been listening to loads is Shagged, Married, Annoyed by Chris Ramsey and Rosie Ramsey. It's really funny. Absolutely love it. I literally binged them like in a row because I started back at the beginning, and I think there's like 70 episodes. And I'm on number 23. So yeah, I'm probably going to listen to this while I bake, and I will check in with you when my weird dough is made. This is how the dough is looking. It's quite dry compared to other ones that I've made, but the recipe said it's going to be dry, so I'm guessing it's fine. I'm going to cling film it, chuck it in the fridge for 2 hours, and yeah, come back to it in 2 hours basically. This is very random, but I've just had my Boots order arrive. Nothing exciting, just like regular everyday things. And one of the things I got was a razor, and I assumed it was just a normal sized razor, but I have a feeling this isn't going to be normal razor size. I think I've accidentally bought like one of those little travel ones, and it was like £6. It wasn't even that cheap. Let's have a look. Oh my god. Clearly I need to read things because I just bought razor heads, not an actual razor, and I've waited 2 weeks. Oh my days, I'm so stupid. I have now dealt with my razor dilemma. I managed to get the actual razor on Amazon. It was quite expensive though, it was £9, but otherwise I had these razor heads that I couldn't use because they're weird shapes, so I guess I've solved it, but it's now cost me more than what I thought it would because I thought I was getting a bargain, but hey ho. I'm now going to watch Normal People. I've got like 3 episodes left I think, so I think I'm going to try finish it off today, and yeah, that's about it really. So I've just finished Normal People. It was really good. I actually read the book before this TV series came out, And yeah, the ending still gets me every time. Like when I read the book, it took me ages to like process it, but yeah, it's really good. So if you want a series to binge, I highly recommend it. But I am about to make a spag bowl because, as I said, Eddie's on nights, so when he's working in the evening, I do our evening meal at lunch, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make a spag bowl, probably chuck some of those cookies in the oven now as well so we can have them after and see if they're any good. And yeah, that's all I'm doing at the minute. So this is how the cookies turned out. This one has a weird dent where I accidentally caught it with the oven glove when I was getting it out. And the original ones, I saw a lot of people when they cook cookies, they don't flatten it, they just put it in as a ball. So these ones came out really dense and like round. So for the other ones I did what I usually do, which was like flatten them. And then yeah, these came out more normal cookie-like. And I also cooked them a bit longer than the recipe said because they were, I don't like a cakey cookie, and they were quite cakey, I guess, so I cooked them a little bit longer so they're nice and crunchy. But yeah, they turned out pretty well. Eddie gave them an 8 out of 10, which is very high praise. So yeah, I am now just in the process of doing all the washing up because we've had spag bowl. Eddie's literally just left for work. I've got lots of lovely stuff to wash up, and then I think after this I'm gonna plan a few blog posts because I've had a few ideas, but I like to have my idea and let it sit for a few days before I fully write it out. So I think I'm just gonna write down what my ideas are, if that makes any sense. And I also need some YouTube ones, but that's always a problem. So yeah, I'm probably just going to sit and brainstorm for a while and watch some rubbish telly. It sounds really old, but every day on, I think it's More 4, they always do a 4 in a bed. Is it called like an omnibus, where they do them in a row? So where usually you get one episode a week, you get like 2.5 hours of the whole week's worth at once. And I'm not going to lie, that's like the highlight of every day. Comes on at like 2. That's me sorted for ages, so that's probably what I'm going to do for a little bit, and then if anything changes I'll let you know. So I was just on my laptop doing some online shopping, and I don't know why, but it just popped into my head, so I thought I'd put it on here and see if any of you remember it. Does anyone remember that show called Primeval? Apparently it was on BBC One because I googled it, and it was like sort of like Doctor Who, but basically just about like weird monsters and stuff coming into the universe. I only remember it vaguely because I think they said it was like 2007 it came out, so I was pretty young. And I don't know why, it just popped into my head. And now I kind of want to watch it because it's on Amazon Prime for like £2. But let me know if you've seen that show. I'll put in a picture of the cast and maybe it'll bring back memories you didn't know you had. But yeah, anyone think about Primeval, because it was a pretty good show. This is the TV show I was on about. Let me just zoom in so you can see the people. Does this bring back memories for anyone? If not, let me get a different picture. This one, like, do you not remember this guy or her? And they were kind of creepy, but they like defeated weird animals. I can't tell. Obviously, I've not imagined it because it's right here, but it's like one of those really deep-rooted memories that just came from nowhere. But there you go. Ignore the telly. Sorry if that's really distracting, but I'm about to put Grey's Anatomy on, so I didn't see the point of turning it off. But I thought I'd just have a little chat with you all just about how things are going, because obviously Boris made his speech on Monday about what's going on and stuff, and how people can like go out but they can't, and a lot of people I think have been confused by it. When I listened to it I wasn't really confused, but I'm just doing what I am doing, which is staying in and not going out. I literally leave the house once a week if I'm doing the food shop, or if Eddie's doing it I don't go out. And I know we can go on walks, but because I live in a city, you still pass people, and a lot of people don't respect social distancing, so I'm just staying in my house at the minute, and that's what I plan to do for the foreseeable future. But I think a lot of people were quite frustrated because he was saying like you can go out and like play football or like meet up with friends if you socially distance between them. But a lot of us don't care about things like that. We just want to see our actual family, and nothing was said about that. But that's all most people care about, because like I haven't seen my mum in almost 2 months I think now, which is obviously mad. And I know a lot of people are in similar situations, whether it's like a boyfriend, a loved one, like anyone. We all just want to know when we can see our family, not the other stuff that seems quite irrelevant now. That I think once now we've all been in this situation, it makes you realise how many things aren't that important. And it makes you, realise what is important to you. So we all just want to know when we want to see our families, and it is a bit crap at times, obviously, and I really feel for people who aren't with like their boyfriends and stuff as well, because I can imagine that's really hard. And yeah, I don't really have any wise words, but I just wanted to say, if you are struggling, or you know, you do think it's rubbish, you're not the only one. I think a lot of us feel the same way, and we've just got to kind of carry on at this point. I think, considering it's been like 7 weeks now that it's carried on, I've kind of got used to it in a weird way, so it doesn't seem so strange. I think when it does all get lifted and we go back to normal life, I will struggle to go back to it, because I think I've said before, I'm very routine based, and now my routine is literally all based around being in the house, and I think trying to go back to being how we were and just going out and stuff is going to be difficult, because even once it's passed, I think we'll still have that thing in our heads where we're like, is it safe to sit so close to people? Are we really allowed to do things? Like, I don't know, I think it's just going to be a bit strange. But like I said, I don't really have any wise words, but I just thought I'd pop on and share how I was feeling about it, because, as I say, I know a lot of people are finding this really tough at the minute. And yeah, I feel the same. It isn't great, and I can't wait to actually see my family again, because, as I say, I've not seen them in ages. I want to see my dog, like, yeah, I just want to see my family basically, and we don't know when that's going to happen. But we just have to stick with it, stay at home, don't be irresponsible. I'm sure most of you people who watch these videos aren't that sort, but please don't go out and do things that you're not meant to do. Not that I feel like I'm being really preachy now, but do you know what I mean? Just like be sensible, and hopefully this will all be over soon. I will now stop rambling at you. I'm probably going to put Grey's Anatomy on. I literally just watch telly for most of the day, so if these vlogs are boring, that's why. Most of my day is spent watching telly. But yeah, I'm gonna make a cup of tea, eat one of my cookies, and watch Grey's Anatomy. I'm on season 15. I think I'm about halfway through, so if any of you have watched it or are watching it, let me know. I would love to chat to people about it. A lot of people have said that more recent series aren't as good as the old ones, and I kind of agree. Like, it's a lot more of like a sort of not sitcom, but like a drama-y show now, as opposed to like a medical one. But I still really enjoy it, and I love the storyline and stuff. But yeah, as I said, I was going to stop rambling, so I actually am now. I'm going to go. If anything interesting happens, which it probably won't, I will update you. I just feel like there's so many hours in the day, I don't know how much to share. But I will go. I'm going. Bye. I totally forgot I had this on my nose until I just saw myself and was like, what is on my face? I've been watching Grey's Anatomy and then decided to pause because I needed a wee, and then decided to clean the bathrooms because I'm a very restless person. So I've just cleaned the bathrooms, and I thought I'd show you them. I don't know if anyone's interested in my bathrooms, but I realised when I first moved in, which was about a year and a bit ago, I did a tour of how it looked as I moved in, and it's changed quite a bit since then. And I never did an updated house tour, even though I said I would. So I thought I'd just quickly show you the bathrooms. And if you want to see what they were like before, I'll try and remember to leave a link to the old house tour. But these bathrooms used to be bright pink. It was not a good look, and like it had cream like toilets and baths and stuff. And the other bathroom didn't even exist when I moved in. It became like an ensuite that we added. So yeah, I'll stop rambling and show you if you want to have a little look. So this is the view of the main bathroom. It's kind of hard to show you it all at once because it's quite small, so I thought I'd start out here. I got a little cabinet where we keep like cleaning stuff, toiletries and everything else, which was from Argos. Little towel rail with my old grease towel on it. Again, it is pretty messy, but just go with it. Wash bag, stuff like that. Round here, I recently added this print which I had under my bed for a while, and this is actually a little plant pot, but I haven't got a plant to put in it yet, so I've used it as a temporary storage solution for all of Eddie's shaving stuff. Then round here we have the sink and mirror. This is actually a light up mirror from B&Q, but we don't really use the lights, but it does look nice. Little duck from Quack, which is like a local event in Lincoln for students. As you can see, in terms of the theme, it was just great. These marble bits I got, I think, were from Asda Living or somewhere similar, very cheap. Then again, another towel rail. It looks quite messy, but just, yeah, it's not dirty, it's just messy. That's a hand towel on my muslin cloth that needs a wash too. And then this is obviously the bath. It's a, I don't know what the technical term is, but the one where the shower is over the bath. So that's the showery bit, and then that's the bath. But yeah, that's a little look at the bathroom. Hello. Up here, the prized possession are toilet rolls. And I'll quickly show you the other bathroom. So as I say, this ensuite was added to the house after we moved in. My dad did it. Ignore Eddie's like work clothes. He also stores his jackets in the bathroom because there's hooks. It's a bit weird, but it's not like a regularly used bathroom at the minute. But we have this little sink. We had to get kind of small and corner items because it is a very small space, but it works. So you've got your little sink there, a mirror to go with it, toilet. This mirror is actually a cupboard which has my hairbrush and some toilet roll in it. And then around here we have like a full-sized shower. So again, the same tile and stuff as the other one. And that's just my bits down there because I use this shower a lot of the time just so it gets used. But yeah, that is how it's looking. I'm not going to show you the room attached to the ensuite because it's very messy. It is now Eddie's office, basically Xbox room. And it has a lot of his stuff just on the floor and like work stuff, and it's very messy and you don't really want to see that. So yeah, you know the sort of size of this room if you saw the old video. It was a bedroom at one point, however, because we now only have 3 of us living here, we didn't need an extra bedroom, so it's now just Eddie's office. I don't want to show you Chloe's room just because it's not my room, so I don't really want to show you about, but you can see a little bit there. That's Chloe's room. And I will take you into my room because even though obviously you see it because I film in here every day, I've never, well, not never, but I've not recently done like a full room tour, and I cleaned it yesterday, so this is the best it's going to look for a long time, so I will give you a quick tour. So this is the view when you walk in the room. This room actually had built-in wardrobes when we came, but we took those down because it was quite dated and it limited the layout of the room. Obviously it's got slanted walls on one side, so there isn't much you can do in terms of your layout. Literally my bed can't really go anywhere else. But yeah, as you can see when you come in, this is what you see. There's a few little bits under there and hangers and stuff, but you get the gist. This is where I keep my full-length mirror. That's stuff to go for the bin, by the way. But yeah, this is where my full-length mirror is. And then over here we have my desk, which I keep toiletries and obviously like stationery bits. I have a few prints up here and a little fake plant hanging. Those are Eddie's clothes that he decided to chuck there. We're just going to go with it. And then to the side of my desk down here, we have my little record player. I'm not going to lie, it doesn't get much use anymore, but I still love it and I've got all my records to go with it there. That has all my Body Shop bits, and over here it's like my hairdryer and curlers. That's a bunch of books I need to return to the library, but I can't because everywhere's shut. And round here is my secret pile of rubbish. This is my side of the bed, and this is where like stuff that we usually put on the bed when it's made, so like cushions and our panda, go when the bed is not being fully decorated, if that makes sense. And that's my book I'm reading and my hot water bottle. But yeah, there is a fair bit of just stuff down here, but we're going to ignore that, it's fine. That's about all I really have to show you. In terms of this side, I have a little bookcase which I brought from my old house and just moved in here to keep my books on and stuff. Then we have the wardrobe, and up there, I don't know how well you can see it, we have suitcases. And if I bring you fully round, this little bit of wall, I didn't really know what to do with it, but because I see it from my bed every day, I thought it would be nice to actually decorate it. So I've just covered it with all of my favourite postcards and also lots of pictures of like my loved ones and stuff like that. A lot of these postcards I get from Paper Chase, but there's a few that I've either got when I'm travelling or that I've bought from like independent sellers. So yeah, that's like my favourite part of my room, I think. I think it adds a lot of character. And here is my light. That was from B&Q as well. It wasn't very expensive, but there you go. Since I'm basically on full house tour mode now, I may as well show you downstairs. The one room which really hasn't been touched at all since we moved in is the kitchen. Apart from we chucked some paint on just to try and make it look a little bit better, but I'll still show you how it's looking. But it's not how we want it to look forever, obviously, because it looks a bit ugly, but I will show you. All these walls as well that you're seeing that are like a magnolia colour were all pink as well. There was just like a weird sort of orangey salmon theme to the house, which obviously wasn't our cup of tea, but what can you do? I'll show you the lounge first, or front room, whatever you people call it. I've got a lot of mugs and stuff lying about because I wasn't planning on showing you down here, but we're all friends, we'll carry on. So here is the front door, obviously. We have a little coat hanger thingy here that again I brought from home that I'd had sitting in my room forever. I do need to take a lot of these coats off because they're just winter ones that are kind of in the way, I guess. It makes it look a little bit cluttered when you have too many on there. Down here we have a little shoe rack thingy. This little table holds the Wi-Fi, a little plate to keep keys on, and my little plant. Then we have a window, curtains, I want to say from the range, because they matched the cushions that came with our sofa, but I'll show you that in a second. Here we have my laptop, iPad and phone, all my tech stuff on my blanket because that's where I was sat about 5 minutes ago. These sofas I actually got on Facebook, second hand, both of them for £180 for both, and they were originally DFS, so I love a good bargain. Here is the mess section, so just excuse it, but I'm going to show you anyway. We just have this little table. Again, this was one that Mum kindly gave me from home that we could just put in here. I've got a lot of glasses. That's our biscuit tin that has to live there because I'm always in it. A little candle, some flowers. That hole in the wall is where a fireplace was, and we do want to get a new one to put there, but as we currently don't have one, it's just been filled in because obviously it can create quite a draft. So we've just filled that in for now. And then over here we have our little TV console. Once again, this was a Facebook find. I think it was about £40. So again, a really good deal. And you can open it up and it just has 2 shelves in there. So we just store like board games and stuff. The telly with Grey's Anatomy on. This little plant, which we have sat on. I think it's like one of the, what's it called, like plate mats that you put on a table, but we didn't want it to mark the floor, so we just used that there. Under all these blankets we have this cute little wicker basket to store cushions and extra blankets. Over here, another messy section thanks to me. This table matches the other one. We got them as a set from, I want to say B&M or maybe Home Bargains. I get them kind of confused. But we have a little lamp. That's what I use to spray my plants. I've got my DS and I just store all of my wires there at the minute. Obviously not an ideal solution, but because I spend most of my day down here at the minute, it just makes sense to keep them down here. I'm trying to be speedy because I'm aware I'm adding this into a vlog, so it could get quite lengthy. So moving on to the kitchen. Here is the fridge. It's metal. Yeah, it's metal, so it's magnetic. So we just have, that's pictures of my guide dogs that I sponsor with a few magnets. We've got a calendar. This little table which currently has a bag on and other sorts of mess. Yeah, again, excuse the mess, but we're all friends here. This little table I was actually given by my friend when she got a new one for her house, so really handy, didn't cost me anything. There is another chair, but Eddie uses it upstairs for his desk at the minute, and we've just got all sorts of rubbish hiding under there. That's a recycling bin, and then we have a normal bin there. So if I bring you over to this side as you've come in, we have our fridge. It's a fridge freezer one and it's Samsung. I don't really know much else about it, but it's a fridge freezer. Up there is where we just keep the washing basket and pegs, and then we have like our hoover over here. There isn't loads of storage in here, so it can feel quite cluttered, like for instance all the carrier bags that just live under there, but it works for now. And yeah, so over here we have microwave and toaster. That little tin has cookies that I made today in. Then we have our hob / oven thing. We did have the original one that came with the house, which was a gas hob and different cooker, but it really needed replacing, so we did get a new one. Then we have the kettle. Over here I have coffee, sugar, wait, I don't even know what's in them, tea, coffee, sugar, that sort of thing. Little mug tree to hold my favourite mugs on. And then I wasn't prepared for company because I spontaneously planned to do this, so this bit obviously typically looks a bit nicer, but I'm still not fully cleaned away from tea. But obviously that's usually in the sink, but I'm just soaking a pan in there, and then all the stuff that I need to put away, which is lovely. And then down here we have the washing machine. The tumble dryer's in the garage, but we don't really use it that often. And yeah, that is pretty much the whole house aside from Chloe's room. So hopefully, I don't know if you enjoyed seeing it, but it gave you some insight into where I live and how it's looking. As I say, it's not like perfectly how we want it, but I think it's pretty good at the minute, all things considered. You know, we don't have loads of money to like fully decorate the place, so it's pretty nice for now. And yeah, that's all I have to show you. I wasn't planning on doing that, but there you go. It's a little house tour for you. I'm now going to take this off because it feels absolutely rock hard, and go back to sitting and watching TV, which was what I should have been doing in the first place. Does anyone else find these so painful to peel off? Like, sometimes it literally makes my eyes water. And I don't consider myself a chicken, but these things, look, it's already going. These things just get to me. Is there much on there? Not particularly. That's what annoys me. I look at my nose and I see loads of blackheads and they never come out. And I've got loads on my chin, but I didn't think this would really work on my chin, so we're just going with it. But yeah, I've realised after giving you a spontaneous house tour, I have taken up a lot of time and I don't want this video to be too long and too boring, so I think I'm just going to end the vlog here. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 7, I'm guessing. I have no clue. But yeah, I'm just going to end it here because we all know I'm not going to be doing anything exciting that you're going to miss out on. And as I say, I don't want to make this too long and boring for you guys, but I hope you did enjoy it or got something out of it. As I've said before, I do enjoy doing these vlogs, especially if I am home alone for a lot of the day, because it just passes the time a bit more. So if you want more vlogs, let me know. If you have any other videos you would like to see, also let me know, because I'm running out of things to shoot and like make content about when I'm just in the house all day. So yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Feel free to like it because that really helps me out, and subscribe if you're new, because I am trying at the minute to do 2 videos a week, which I think is the most I have ever done, and I've been doing this for like 6 years. But I'm trying to do 2 a week at the minute, so if you want to see those, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, I'll be on my way. I will see you guys soon.